Ka-chow! Back at it again with the Mage books. Welcome to Mage 2 Prologue Trilogy.
World War 3.
I wonder what Chapter 1's called.
No, not Chapter 1. Part 1.
Of course.
You should have seen him when he first saw that. He died inside. So,
there's nothing left but pain.
What I wanted to do is read the first 2 pages to start with and then go to the random number generation.
And what I wanted to do is none of them.
When I gave these to him, and I sent them to him, he was like, "Dear God, I have inherited unspeakable relics. Can we not bother?"
Chapter 1, move out. I mean, if you say so, I'll get out of here. Who's narrating then? Because this looks like it has no dialogue. Should we take a paragraph each?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Aaron was walking through the forest, and he was holding hands. Holding hands.
You hear a noise behind you. It's Shia LaBeouf!
And he was holding hands with the girl he loved most, Diana, the beautiful Diana.
Not the ugly one.
I'd never called her that anywhere, I don't think.
Beautiful Diana.
He looked at her and she smiled. He smiled back. But her face then turned pale and scared. She screamed, but it was muted and she disappeared.
Aaron sat up. Just a dream. Just a dream. And yet... Diana really had disappeared. A vampire had carried her away. Suddenly Aaron hated vampires.
No, he already did.
More than anything.
He already did.
Aaron was sleeping, not anymore, sleeping in his tent in the Wizard Forest, south of Birmingham.
Or what was left of the forest.
In the Wizard Forest.
Yeah.
South of Birmingham.
Yeah. What? Is there even a forest south of Birmingham?
I tell you, there's no fucking wizards here.
I don't know, dude. Have you been to the red light district at midnight?
Depends on how many drugs you take.
Or what was left of the forest. The forest had been under attack a few days ago, and Aaron was stuck here while he rested. Why? Aaron was injected with poison, but he wasn't fully healed. The poison was clogged up in his blood cells, so his heart was safe from the poison.
Was clogged up? That means that
he's having a heart attack?
That means that there's no circulation to his heart. He's dying.
But it had to work hard to keep Aaron alive. From time to time, Aaron would get a heart attack, or heartburn, or his heart would stop. Even though his heart would stop for just a nanosecond, it was life-threatening. Getting his heart pumping fast wasn't a good idea. It was okay to turn into a god, though. But if he had to, he could. But it was pretty dangerous to do so. But if he had to, he could. But it was really dangerous.
He could, but he didn't. But he wouldn't, but he should have.
Just talking about just taking sudden surprises or running a good distance. Like taking sudden surprises or running a good distance.
It was during the Battle of the Forest, that's what we're calling it now, when Diana had been Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. I just said that. Just thinking about it made Aaron angry, but getting angry wasn't a good idea. Aaron had a special godly power if I'm seeing the percentage. If at full power could end up destroying the world. Aaron was already at 2% power.
But now I can use 8% with my legs and 5% with my arms.
One for all full cowling 1,000,000%. Aaron was already at 2% power, and with that he could burn a man's stomach out. If he got angry, he would cast it, but if he practiced, he would learn how to trigger it at command.
Specifically the stomach. My power is stomach descendo. But even then, getting angry wasn't a good idea. If he got angry at a certain level, he would erupt in bright light and become literally indestructible.
Oh, well, that's fun.
The Mary Sue part is just getting stronger and stronger. His eyes would turn completely white.
Why didn't I just save this for when this actually happened and leave it up?
His hair would flare up like fire. His muscles would flex like fire. His veins would show like fire. And his shirt would disintegrate.
I'm just copy-pasting the transformation text.
In fire. He would move at the speed of light. So he wouldn't be able to see. His strength would crumble rock, and he would glow at such a blinding light. He would?
That was an awkward sentence. Darius, his best mate, looked into his tent.
Aaron, the wizard chief wants to see you.
Aaron knew that one day he would be wanted by the wizard chief.
One day you'll die.
Ever since the Battle of the Forest, ever since he erupted into his light form.
Aaron walked to the castle of the wizard chief.
There's a castle there? Oh, we already knew that. There was a palace.
Yeah, the castle south of Birmingham.
Yes.
He didn't stop to admire the marble floors and Greek pillars. Ah, yes, my rural English castle with Greek pillars. But just continued down the red cotton carpet and entered through the big doors into the front. You just looked at, like, stock image of fantasy castle and just described that, didn't you?
I didn't even do that.
I know what a castle looks like.
Sir, Aaron said. Apparently he's Crichton now.
You summoned
You summoned me, sir.
The wizard was sitting on his throne. He's got a throne? I thought he was a wizard. He invited Aaron to come forth.
He's a chief. That's not how chiefs work.
There was no one else in the room, just Aaron and the chief.
Aaron.
The chief turned to Cortana and said, I need a weapon.
Aaron.
The wizard said.
How did you go into that bright light form?
Bingo.
Oh, one down, one across.
Well, you see all the numbers came up and you know what that means. The question that Aaron knew the wizard would ask, would he not give, which he could not give an answer to.
I'd kill for the answer. You have, lots of people.
My wife, she's dead. She came over to see if you were okay. You fucking exploded.
She was part of the collateral damage when you blew up.
You killed everyone I love.
Yeah, I'd kill for the answer was Aaron's reply.
The wizard sighed. I was afraid you would say that. Shit, fuck. Hang on. I was afraid you were the one. He's the one as well.
Sorry?
He's the chosen one.
Yeah.
Aaron, you remember what I told you about the old gods and how they're dead? That was a good time. What am I doing here?
Why do you find that so amusing?
What?
Just about the old gods and how they're dead. What's so amusing about that?
Hey, you remember how they're dead? You remember how those fuckers all died? It's like it feels like a non sequitur, you know? Yes, I remember you said about how they're all dead. It's just so, like, finalised, you know?
Aaron nodded.
And when I told you how the god of magic would give some special people his most powerful magic, the light of heaven's wrath?
Aaron nodded again.
What I didn't tell you is that when fate hunted down the gods and killed them, is that the god of magic wouldn't go down without a fight.
What an idiot.
Right, yeah. Imagine fighting for your life. You know that thing you were doing 2 days ago.
Fate is a... Fate was actually...
Yeah, Dr. Fate from the DC Universe.
Fate was actually going to be the antagonist of the second trilogy. He was going to... He's the creature that created not just the gods, but the lords, which are like the Titans from Greek mythology. They are the gods of gods, which I was going to explore in the second trilogy, and never get mentioned anywhere in the first.
Come on, Aaron. Do you honestly believe that the god of magic, the most powerful of all gods to rule the earth, would go down without a fight? I'm sure he would have wanted to keep his control of the planet.
True.
False. What do you think, Spider-Man? You remember him? Good old Toto the truth teller. Now I know why you think it was pointless. Fate is the most powerful thing on the planet. He's over there. The universe. It controls time, the past, present, and future, and it also makes the microwave go ding. And time is the most powerful force to be found,
It's not
apparently.
a force. It's not a force.
Ah, yes, the force of time.
Yes. That's the fifth physical force.
It would be not pointless but foolish, idiotic to go against fate.
That's what Aaron just said, though, and then you said that he was
The
silly
god
for
of
saying
magic knew this, but he still fought. He lost.
Oh, well, my money's on him. That he lost. Oh, okay.
But he still wanted to remain in this world. But tough shit, nigga. So he cut out his soul from his body with a soul knife, and you must find the 7 soul knife shards. And gave it to the man who was as powerful as he was.
So there was another god. The wizard pulled out a piece of parchment from thin air, unrolled it. I'm liking this wizard character that we've just created. Give it back, Tiddles!
Fate has got it on the other side. Let go.
No!
Don't make me get a rolled-up newspaper from my other compartment. Bad!
Bad fate! Next to be killing the gods!
Back at it again!
He'll never take me!
To fight fate is foolish, but I have a rolled-up newspaper!
Then I guess I'm a fool! Unrolled it.
If fighting you makes me a fool, paint me with idiocy!
Pulled out a piece of parchment from thin air, unrolled it, and revealed the painting of a man gripping a brilliant silver sword. He wore golden armour, very ineffective, golden boots, very ineffective, and golden gauntlets, so ineffective.
He also fought creepers in...
But this was before Minecraft, actually, I think.
Yeah.
But the thing that caught Aaron's eye was the man's face. This man looked exactly like Aaron.
How convenient. It's not like hundreds of years of different genes coming in and out would change Aaron's face at all. I bet I look just like my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
I'm sure you do.
Well, probably not, because he's either Italian or one of the other fucking things that might... French, maybe? Because there's a lot going into this.
This is your ancestor. Oh, well, remember...
That's my bit. I'm the old man.
You were drinking.
I'm him forever.
Okay.
This is your ancestor. A well-remembered man who you don't remember and has never been mentioned amongst us wizards and mages.
He looks just like me.
Yeah, nigga, he's your ancestor. Everyone on this planet looks exactly like their ancestors. Shut up! I'm a wizard, not a scientist.
Actually, so shut up! Go away!
Is that fate again? Get out of here! You see that sword he's gripping? That's the sword of the world.
Right, so you remember how I said there are 4 swords? The sword of Andrew, the sword of George, the sword of David, and the sword of Patrick.
And the sword of Peter.
Okay, there's also another 4 minor swords that I completely forgot about. And they're the sword of, like, Belfast, Edinburgh, the 2, like, smaller cities of each respective country. They form the sword of something. They form the sword of the UK. Those other 4 swords, the major ones, form the sword of saints. And if those 2 swords combine, they create the sword of the world. Aaron had heard of the sword of the world. It was the most powerful weapon in the universe. No, that's the light of heaven's wrath. Whereas the light of heaven's wrath was the most powerful magic in the universe. I just got told by my past self. The sword of the world, and that's it. And that's the end of the sec. Are you willing to carry on, or shall we roll the dice?
We'll read one more page just so I can get some more sweet wizard action.
Sword of the world was created when the sword of the saints and the sword of the UK were joined, but even those 2 swords had to be created. cut out that last bit.
The Sword of the Saints had to be created by joining the swords of... I don't care. Skip to this. No. Skip.
The Sword of the UK was created, blah, blah, blah. Nobody knew why there was a Sword of Snowdon, but you can't argue with what's happened. Oh, yeah, because I couldn't figure out what the second most important city of Wales was, so I just chose to be the Sword of Snowdon. Fuck you, Wales. Okay.
The sword of the world looks silver, but it's actually platinum. I like apple juice.
The chief said. Aaron gave a long whistle. What he did. That sword must have cost a pretty penny to forge.
No, actually, platinum is not as expensive as you'd think.
But what has this got to do with how I erupted in light? Asked Aaron.
I don't know.
I just like so. This is just a conversation starter.
Yeah, it's a bit of a party thing of mine. I have some tequila in here if you want that as well. No, he drank it all! Fuck you, Fate.
It's your line.
You are the descendant of this man.
The chief explains.
I've already told you that twice, and you look just like him. It must be true. You have the soul of the god of magic inside of you.
Aaron took a scared step back.
K.A.I? Tell me, Aaron.
The chief began.
Have you ever heard a voice inside your head? 'Cause I do. I should see a doctor. I don't believe in them. Magic's one thing, but science? Bullshit, I say. Shut up!
Yes, Aaron had heard a voice once. It said, "No, not yet. Just a bit longer. I don't want to go back."
Was it when you were returning to your normal self?
Aaron nodded.
That's because at the time the god of magic had control over you. Was using his powers as your own. What? Was using his powers as your own?
But
What does that mean?
I know what that means, but
you know what
just
you wanted
written
it to
wrong.
mean.
Yeah, it's just wrong.
But when you recovered, he was locked away in your head again. As we speak, he's sitting in there waiting for the moment when your anger gets so strong he can come out and say hello.
It was scary to think that twice he had been the puppet of a man living inside his head, a god living inside your head. How do I get rid of it? Asked Aaron.
Rid of it? You want to give up this amazing godly power? You fucking retarded?
You can't get rid of the voice inside your head. I've been trying for years.
Yes, we will kill them all.
Yeah, of course. This head ain't big enough for the two of...
I don't know, you've been doing fine for now.
That was fucking awful. That was...
Mate, at the time, I don't think your head was big enough for one of you. Usually, when gods give their... Yeah, that happens a lot. When gods give their souls for hosts, that's a sign. You could be the next god.
I'm sick of this. Let's roll the dice.
Oh, wizard.
I'm sick of this shit.
Wizard.
Right. Okay, so
This is the only thing that's bringing me joy.
There's only...
Look, this is it. This is
Okay.
the whole part one.
What if I don't want to be the next god? What if I just want to save the world, get my parents back, go back to my normal life, and grow on? What if I just want to save the
And
world
save my
like a god would?
You cannot escape destiny's loot boxes.
People make their own destiny. I saw that in a movie once, and with that, Aaron walked off and did not look back.
No, I was the best character. I was hilarious, and you'll quote everything I say.
That you projected onto. Where do we go next?
Still you.
Asked Darius, who had been waiting for Aaron outside. There can't be any reason for us to stay any longer. Now you've seen the chief.
We're going to start looking for some bloodsuckers. Let's go get done.
I think the next chapter is actually Yeah, it's Diana.
Oh, it's the clan.
Yeah, it's Diana.
Oh, no.
It's Diana. All right, page.
We're going to go on to the next page, aren't we?
Page 30.
It's not even that far away.
No, it's not.
Do we ever see that wizard again?
No. This is only 41,000 words as opposed to the 70,000 of the first book. So.
His fingers!
They are going to saw off my fingers and shove them up my nose. I'll never sneeze in this town again.
The second was tall and skinny, and the third was a woman. A goth girlfriend.
Oh yeah, in like the second or third page of the first book, Aaron is beating up goth bullies. I had a thing against goths for some reason. Two other people arrived. Why do goths exist in the medieval age?
Another woman.
Another woman that looked similar to Diana, and a man that looked like a perfectly normal person. Regular height, slim, and black hair. Not like them goths.
Blonde hair, blue eyes, as it should be.
Not like them goths.
Jeff came at midnight.
This is Diana's perspective.
You six have been appointed to be the search team for the great Dracula. You right?
Yes, I just remember that's a thing.
Dracula.
Yeah.
You feel good? You feel good about yourself? Are you glad we did this? I must say here, however, but I will come with you as far as London.
Jeff bought them all 3 tubs of cream each. They use sun cream so that they can.
Oh, I thought that was like ice cream.
No,
and I was like, he seems like an alright guy.
No, they've you see the vampire clans have managed to using their knowledge of when they lived in contemporary times have managed to develop basic prototypes of contemporary technology, and one of that's apparently sun cream.
It's got some fairly simple components, you know.
Yeah. But no, the vampire clan leader is mentioning that they're working on colourless TVs already.
Man, vampires sure are the forefront of technology. I want to watch Sky Sports!
Porn is the forefront of technology.
So they're
Vampires
working on colour TVs. Like, how are they going to get the satellite up there?
Colourless TV.
Colourless.
I did not know how TVs worked, you see.
Just the magic box do the magic.
Magic TVs. Jeff brought them all 3 tubs of cream each. Yeah, all 3 tubs of cream that existed. Poor wording. Which should last them the journey and back. They didn't need cream now, for it was midnight.
How convenient. Why they even get cream?
Are we going to do the swapsy thing?
Diana never did know where Vampire Castle... Vampire Castle!
What a name.
I need a name for my castle of vampires. You're using the me system of naming things.
That's akin to an Eddie Izzard joke. So, let's go to Castle Dracula, the forest of death and blood, where people die of death and blood. Oh, I wouldn't go up to Castle Dracula if I were you, buddy. You get filmed if you go up there. But, yeah, sorry, it's you again.
But she did know that to reach London, they had to go south-southeast. Is that like Duck Duck Goose or... Vampires had the ability to know which direction they were travelling at night.
Because of course they did.
Yeah, they just walk around going, ah!
They turned into bats and took off for London. The journey took a day since their bat forms could travel fast.
Yeah, that's how bats work.
But they had to stop just before dawn to put on cream.
So it didn't take a day, it took a night.
And
lying shit.
And had to stop again every hour to put on more. What the fuck? That's okay. London was miles from their position, but they made it eventually. The smoke of cooking fires filled the air. They descended to the floor.
What?
Because people live in London.
They just descended to the floor?
Yeah, because they're flying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just like lay there.
They waited until dark. It was midnight, a new moon by the time they decided to enter the town. They motioned their way in. Passing through ruins.
They came closer to Buckingham Palace.
The portal to the magic world is in the Queen's throne room.
The London camp. The people were still burning goblin bodies,
Something happened.
and one by one they went to bed.
Jeff led the way to... I can't take that name seriously. Jeff led the way to Buckingham Palace.
Jeff.
They entered and climbed the stairs to the throne room that I just knew were there. The portrait... Yeah, apparently the Queen wasn't strong enough to survive in medieval times. Fuck you, Your Majesty. The portrait of St. George was still ripped when Aaron tore it down. He's been there before? What the fuck? What the fuck? What? I don't know what's going on. Oh, yes! The entrance to St. George's tomb, where the sword was behind his portrait in the Queen's throne room.
Of course.
I remember now!
Don't hit my mic. Please.
I didn't hit your mic, I hit the table.
It moved. There.
Jeff started to inspect the walls on the room, even the floor. It was about 15 minutes when the beefy dude said, Jeff, I smell trouble.
Then go kill whatever's coming. I'm Jeff.
Jeff said without looking at him.
I think I found it.
A growl came from around the corner. It was you again. It's Jeff.
Hold on.
This time Jeff did turn.
That sounds like a...
Whoa! A huge white wolf, much bigger than a normal one. And, you know, the fact that it existed at all, because wolves don't exist in England. Much bigger than a normal one, jumped from around the corner. It growled hard.
It growled hard.
Yes. It growled ferociously.
A werewolf.
Jeff finished.
The
werewolf slowly stepped into the room and growled hard.
Again.
The vampires backed away from it. I'm taking like bits from World of Darkness without knowing that was a thing.
What's the big deal?
With vampires?
It's a wolf.
But
it's a werewolf. Just a snap. And the vampire dissolves.
He's telling the truth, the wolf says.
Yes.
See?
We have an understanding.
Should we continue with this line of bullshit?
Yes.
Okay. The werewolf stopped growling. It eyed Diana with concern. Diana. It spoke.
Bork? How does this beast know your name?
I love Jeff. It's like a pantomime.
I'm making it fun.
The wolf stood up on two legs. Did you bite her?
You're less intimidating like that.
Did you bite her?
A little bit.
Did you bite her?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Why is he Italian?
He's from wherever Borat's from.
Filthy scumbag, I will kill you! He went on four legs again and prepared to pounce. How dare you! It's George, by the way, in case
Okay.
Yeah, it's George. How dare you!
Well, I did like this. Ah. What is she to you?
She is the friend of my friend, and if you act like my enemy, you will become the girlfriend of my friend.
You have a boyfriend? Well, fuck, okay, whatever. I guess Jeff is staying single.
Not that I know of. I don't even know this werewolf. Of course you don't, the wolf growled. You've lost your memory. He's come to the conclusion already. I'm George. Please remember me, Diana. Please. I'm sorry. I don't know you. Then I will take you and bring you to Aaron, the man who loves you. Jeff stood in front of Diana. I refuse to... Wait, what?
I refuse to let you touch her. That's my job.
George growled. Then so be it.
Mark, open the portal. And let's spin the wheel.
I was going to say what's behind portal number 1, but that works too.
Bring on the wolf. No likey, no bitey. Let's get right to the news.
The beefy man started to try to open the portal and all the vagueness that comes with that sentence. How do I do this? George gave one last growl before pouncing. Jeff snarled and pounced too. They collided, snarling, biting. Yeah! And clawing. Jeff suddenly let out a hard claw. A hard claw. Way! And George tumbled back, whimpering just like a dog.
Recky!
He got up on 4 legs.
2 of them weren't even his own.
He raised one front paw to inspect the scratch just over his eye. He put down his paw, looked at Jeff and growled. This time, Jeff pounced and George pounced too, just like before, so no need for the word this time.
This time, the
same thing happened. The two collided again. George then headbutted Jeff.
Fuck.
And Jeff fell back.
Shit.
George approached for a killing bite.
No.
Then whimpered as Diana slammed her shoulder against him, pushing him back. Fight!
Yes, bitch, get him. I'm your husband now.
George looked at Diana.
You're now the wife of Jay.
George looked at Diana with confused eyes that seemed to say, Diana,
I'm your friend, and I've been your business partner in this industry for 45 years. The automotive industry cannot bear to stand without the 2 of us together.
What a look it was!
How do you give a look like that?
I don't know. I'm not an actor. Oh, like he felt he gave a look of betrayal.
Why don't you just say that then instead of saying
because
specifically seemed to say?
Because I was taking a leaf from Rick Riordan's book.
Okay, well look at this.
It's a look that seemed to say, Finn, why would you do this to me?
So you got it all wrong. See, no, that was a look that said, have you heard the good word of ex-Kenyan Minister of Power Communications, Elwood Nagam Wenwa?
He slowly walked backward, his head down like a normal dog. He turned at the corner and ran down.
So he just retreated. Don't look up.
He just retreated. He just fucked off. Jeff got up, whilst Diana just looked to where George had ran.
Good work, Diana. You beat up your old friend.
He was my friend.
What?
He was my friend, she said more loudly.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you the first time.
But I don't remember him. I just know he was my friend. Boss, Mark said. I got it over.
Good work, Mark. Everyone is doing good. Get in.
The portal was a huge circle of swirling colours of purple and blue. Mark climbed in. Mark climbed in, and one by one they walked in.
Diana, you too, quick before it closes.
Come on now, get the fuck in! Diana didn't respond.
Tickety tight, women have no rights.
She then looked at Jeff and said, "Come with us."
I can't.
said Jeff, shaking.
Okay.
Oh, yes, okay, yes. Jeff is the one that's meant to stay behind.
Why?
Because I think he's the clan elder and he needs to stay behind to look after the clan.
Aww. Everyone I love leaves me.
Okay, said Diana, looking down at the floor. I will go if you promise me one thing.
Anything, Diana.
Jeff took her hands. Just promise me you won't kill George.
No, fuck him. I promise.
Jeff said, but not before hesitating.
Besides, wolf blood tastes like shit. Now get the fuck out.
Okay, Diana didn't know if she would come back alive anyway. Jeff watched as she walked for the portal. Sensing her sadness, he said,
Diana.
She turned.
Yeah.
Jeff kissed her.
Yeah.
Diana didn't pull back, nor did she kiss back. She just stood there. As Jeff placed his lips against hers, this was rape. Jeff pulled back.
Okay, that's my fucking cock hard. Now get out of here.
Diana nodded. She then turned.
I've always wanted to whack off in the Queen's office.
She then turned toward the portal and stepped inside. Shall we? Right.
Kill ourselves.
So
Jeff is gone.
So shall we now roll the dice again, or shall we keep reading because this will be one of the few windows into the magic world?
Cuphead and his friend Mugman, they like to roll the dice.
Fair enough. We've been going for 40 minutes. Shall we stop there?
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll stop this one here.
That was
Mage.
That was
2.
magic. Absolute magic.
Some of it was. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, favorite, and subscribe. And until next time.
Bye!
What he said. Fuck you!